Well, coyotes always seem to be an ongoing topic in the community here, really throughout Orange County in Southern California. A new group, Coyote Watch Group, is going to be having a meeting coming up on Sunday. We have Misty Tanner here today. Nice to have you here. And Glenda Rosa, nice to have you here today as well. Misty, tell me about the group. How did it's just forming, right? It's fairly new?
It is just forming.
Okay.
We have Glenda here to thank for it. She's done an immense amount of work trying to get some sort of group together that can help everyone live with coyotes or coexist with coyotes, but in a safe way.
Yeah.
Glenda will tell you about all the difficulties we've had. But Glenda's been working behind the scenes for many months, and finally we managed to get a meeting together at City Hall and had a good group of people there.
Good.
And then now this is our second meeting, and that's on Sunday.
All right. And Glenda, do you work with, as far as your group goes, like with the Laguna Beach Animal Control and Orange County as well? I know Laguna Beach handles this area.
Our objective is to communicate much more effectively than we have in the past with all of the entities involved, so that we can feel safer and more secure when we're gardening or walking our dogs in our community, as we do within our homes.
And what are some of the points that you're going to be going over at your meeting coming up? Are you going to be having any guest speakers?
We will have one guest speaker this time. We
Okay.
have future guest speakers lined up for future meetings. And principally, our short-term goal will be to discuss tools that will improve communication. Example, on the block that we live on, there were 3 tragic losses within a short period of time. The residents learned about those losses weeks after they occurred. One of the tools that we hope to implement would be to post signs of coyote alerts when and where appropriate, and perhaps other tools that Misty can tell you about.
And what other tools do you plan to use?
Well, it seems as if the biggest challenge that we have is that the lack of knowledge, the lack of knowing in the area, the coyote movement, coyote attacks, about, knowledge is empowerment, and our empowerment of people is at the top of our thoughts. So we're wanting to start a website where people can email. At the moment, information goes through to the animal services, but we never get any feedback. So we want feedback. So if we have a central point where we receive information from by email or from anyone that's had an attack or seen a coyote, and we can then post it onto our website, so everyone is informed immediately when there's an attack or when something has happened. Glenda's had a number of cases where she never heard of something, and it happens that someone mentions it to her, and I think it's important for us to know what is happening in each of our areas.
Right, I think it's very important. I know even in our area where we live that the same thing happens, and sometimes you just see somebody posted a sign that's up on the mailbox, but what's most effective is getting the word out as widely as possible, right?
And there are effective ways to deal with the kind of problems that we have that have occurred here. Every city is doing their own thing at this point, but we can learn from what one another is doing. For example, in our immediate community, disrupting coyote dens that have been allowed to be too close to our residents is an effective way to reduce the kind of overpopulation that some of us have had to deal with, and the kind of intrusion into our space by the coyotes.
Right, and we're not going to stop them as far as where they are.
Right.
There's tens of, if not hundreds of thousands of them throughout the Southwest, really. So there's not much you can do about stopping them, and they can disrupt them, as you can say.
Right.
And at times there may be cities that get approval or counties approval to go after them, but in general, you can't.
No,
you try and get them away. That's about it.
Misty can talk about a tool that she uses that's very effective.
I think just two things. The one thing is that animal services have told us that when they have euthanized, the next season more puppies get born and more coyotes get born. So euthanization of the animal is not an answer.
Right.
So we are looking for answers on how we can make ourselves safe. I have a patio, and around my patio I have coyote rollers. And it's a roller on the top, so if
Right.
the coyote
I've
jumps
seen those.
up, they try and pull themselves over. They can't because the roller throws them back. So that's another one of the tools. We have a list of different tools, and we're going to be presenting that at our meeting. So we just want to say to everyone, come to the meeting and come and feel safer. Let us help you feel safer.
All right, very good. And then everybody's invited, and we have it up on the screen Sunday, August 9th, 3:30 at Clubhouse 5. And we have some information that you can, the email or phone number. But overall, if you can just make it to this meeting, that's probably the best thing, and you can get some information there.
We also want updates from the residents.
Okay.
Because right
Yeah.
now, we don't have a direct pipeline, except for what we're hoping to start up. And there is an ultimate, we also want to deal long range so that we can feel far more comfortable in our homes without there being any harm on either side.
Right.
But I do want to say that it's not a secret that there have been those among our residents who have lost pets to coyotes. And one of the things that we hope to do long range is to form a memorial for those pets so that we can remember the way things were as opposed to the way we hope they will become.
All right. Thank you very much, ladies. Good to have you on. And again, Coyote Watch Group, their meeting is coming up on Sunday, Clubhouse 5 at 3:30 in room 1. We'll be right back.
Ken.
Thank you. Thank you.